country for the last 3 to 4 years, violent video games have been a hot topic. This brings up the question, should teens be able to buy violent video games? I believe that teens should be able to buy violent video games. The ESRB, Entertainment Software Rating Board, has a standard rating for video games that include violence. A video game that includes violence is rated teen or mature. If you want to buy a teen-rated game, you must be 13 and 17 for a mature-rated game. This standard was established in 1994 and has proven to work effectively. Recently, there have been horrible crimes that some say were attributed to violent video games. Some examples are the Sandy Hook Elementary shooting in December 2012, the Aurora Theater shooting in July 2012, and the Columbine High School shooting in 1999. Immediately after the Columbine shootings, people felt that because Dylan Klebold and Eric Harris played a popular video game called Doom, it motivated them to carry out their acts of terror. This turned out to be an easy answer and a quick reaction to the tragedy. In November 2009, Susan Klebold wrote an essay where she explains she felt her son committed this crime because he was depressed and suicidal. It turns out banning this video game would have done very little to prevent this crime. Finding a correlation between violent acts and violent video games is difficult. The fact is, according to videogames.procon.org, the arrest rate for juvenile murders has fallen 71.9% between 1995 and 2008. This website also states that arrest rates for all juvenile violent crimes has declined 49.3%. In this time period, video game sales have more than quadrupled. This example illustrates that violent video games may not be the sole cause for violent behavior. Research has shown that video games played in moderation can have some benefits. According to Boston.com, the teenagers who increased their time spent playing strategic video games experienced an improvement in problem-solving skills and school grades the following years, according to a long-term study published in 2013. In that same year, another study found that playing shooter video games improved the player's capacity to think about objects in 3 dimensions. You may ask, how does playing video games when you're a teen give you skills in the real world? Well, believe it or not, the military is trying to recruit video gamers more than pilots for flying drones. The skill set that is acquired by people who play video games very closely resembles the job of flying unmanned aircraft. Gamers are really good at interpreting the screens for visual clues about their environment and have a ton of patience. Drone designers are even incorporating the PlayStation 2 controller to command their unmanned military aircraft. We may be at a place in our nation where unmanned vehicles will allow us to keep our soldiers out of harm's way while defending our nation. Restricting video games from teens can be considered censorship. We have a very effective rating system that informs kids and parents about the content of the game. This rating system has been in place for many years and has proven to be informative and effective. In the last couple of years, we've been shocked by a new type of violent crime. When looking at the cause of these crimes, it is fair to look at all aspects of everyday life. There have been many factors that might have caused these violent acts, such as mental illness, bullying, movies, and possibly even video games. It is clear to see that banning video games would not have changed the outcome. Recent research has shown that violent crime among teens has decreased between 1995 and 2008. In the same time period, video games have become more realistic and action-packed. Sales among video games have more than quadrupled. It may be hard for some to admit, but playing video games have some advantages. Modern technology continues to evolve with video games, and it is the skills that some gamers possess that employers are looking for. Personal freedom is having the ability to choose games you want to play. It is up to kids and parents to decide what games are appropriate. It should not be up to a government agency. Thank you very much.